Hello, Cherie Hanson here. What a gorgeous day. Sun coming in all the windows that it can at once. It isn't deciding just this window or that window, it's just blasting. Uh, I always find meditation practice is so good for ruminating, walking around in my brain to see what the floor plan is. To look into the cupboards and the closets and the junk drawer just to see what's going on with you. And while I was sitting meditation today, I got a very, very clear image of a loose button, a button that is on a jacket that's one of your favorite jackets. You love it, and the button is coming loose, and you can see that there are only a few threads still hanging on. And of course, I always interview these images when they come up, like, okay, subconscious, what are you trying to tell me? So I sat there and I thought about basically two things at the same time, as you're now quite used to. The first was the issue that my mother used to talk about all the time, a stitch in time. If you want to wear that jacket, you need to, as soon as you see the button is loose, get out a needle and thread and sew it sturdily back on, so that for want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. Blah blah blah. Gallop on. It's those small things that need attending to put you in a place where you're not refusing to deal with the warning signs. These are warning signs. Something is going to go terribly wrong if you don't pay attention to it. And the other thing that I followed down into the dark was how important it is to stay small. Keep your focus small. Keep your focus on the everyday, the practical. To give you an example, I repainted my front steps. I had to chip away the paint and sand it from 7 layers, 6 layers, something like that. So many colors. It was like destroying a rainbow, with a handy vac or something. And when I do that, what happens immediately for me is I get in a place of greater calm. I get in a place of greater trust, because I'm acting like an adult. This is an adult. An adult sees that the button is loose, so you're going to make sure it stays on. You see that the paint is chipping up on the front steps, so you remove the old paint and you put on a new glorious color. You see that there is dirt all over the floor of the car. That's my next thing. And you're going to get out the handy vac and clean that up. Why? Because when you get in the car, you will be in a state of being taken care of. You'll be in a state of calm and serenity and things set right. And this is one of the things that my Buddhist teachers really were good at presenting to me. And that is the smallest thing, the tiniest thing can be a victory. I have so many victories now. I know where my tweezers are. I know where my scissors are. They're not all over the house, hiding under things. And I'm finding it so reassuring to have that sense that I don't have to rush. I don't have to get in an adrenalized state and work myself up into a lather. Slowly on the ground will take you forward. Take care of the one thing that's annoying you. What was it the other day? The plug-in for heating hot water. The spout had come out of place, and so it was spewing water all over the counter, and I saw that and I pushed the spout back in place, and the feeling I got was so good. It was like I was a 2-year-old and I had this mommy over me saying, "Good girl, you fixed it." Instead of doing what we're trained to do in our culture, and that is go big, push harder, struggle. The more you struggle, the more valiant you are. The more valiant you are, the more power you'll get. The more power you get, the richer you'll get. And at the end of it is somehow by doing all of this to ourselves, we'll end up healthier and happier. It's absolutely backwards. Absolutely backwards. When we pick up the flecks of chip paint that have come in on the carpet, that's a victory. You did it. And the reason you know it's a victory is because you did it as soon as you saw it. You're not collecting failures to deal with. I often think of all these undone things and things that are difficult and all the rest of it being like, oh, I'm looking for a cord for one of my electronics, and so I opened the box with the cords. Can we all just stop for a moment and have a breathwork grounding? And it just looks like a southern church with a pit of poisonous snakes. You're supposed to go in and handle the snakes and be bitten multiple times to show that God loves you. You're supposed to be worked up. You're supposed to be exposing yourself to adrenaline. You're supposed to be making sure that you have a big enough problem so that it's damn difficult. The Buddhist way that I just loved seeing was how you go slowly. You go slowly into a problem, mindfully, and you fix it the first time you see that something is wrong. The first time. My heart opened up when I saw a Buddhist nun at the temple that was in town here pick up a bouquet of roses I had put down on a table. She picked them up by approaching them very slowly, gracefully, mindfully. And the roses had killer thorns. I know because I prune them every year. And I look like I'd been in a losing battle with a Bengal tiger. And she just took the 2 outside leaves and pulled them together and made a handle. And I'm standing there going, what? And then, of course, my mind was just thinking about all of the things in my life that had been so dramatic and so difficult and so much struggle. And, I'm throwing myself down the well, trying to drown as quickly as possible. Yeah, I'm throwing myself out on on the rocks. And you just go like, just slow it down. If you don't know how to deal with it, step back, do some breath work, slow it down, try something gently, gently, softly on the ground. And that's what came to me today. A little bit at a time gets you there. The other thing that my mother always had bevies of flowers. I mean, the garden was just gothic. And she'd bring in these giant bouquets, rococo blossoming of spring. And Thich Nhat Hanh talked about putting a single flower in a beautiful vase in front of your Buddha so you can look at it, so you can see the structure, the color, the miracle of that one flower. And I had never been presented with that idea before. It was new to me. What? More isn't better? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about when you're walking around, if you're in the now, if you are in your breath, if you are in your gut, in your rib cage, in your heart, you will see something around you that is calling out to be repaired, tweaked, washed, thrown out. And you do that single thing, and it will get you to a place where you're in a more supportive environment, mentally and physically. And we're all for that. Easier, simpler, slow down for more delight. So that's what I have to say today. Please subscribe. I do intend to get SEO tags on. It's in my future problem to solve, and I will get to that. But the other thing I'm doing in my life now is only one at a time. You put it off until you've got time to focus on it. Don't try to do 2 or 3 things. That just that just leaves you wound up, frantic, feeling unsuccessful, like you're fighting a battle on 4 sides and you're losing on all 4 sides. Just one battle at a time. Slowly, mindfully. Be a good general. I want to let you know that I am available for life coaching. If you want a psychic reading, if you want cards done, if you want to draw up a contract with yourself to become what you were meant to be on the earth, you're just not feeling right in the way you're living right now. There's something out of whack. We can talk about that. I can help you set up a contract with yourself, and you can start going slowly toward that goal. I want to say, as I always do, I appreciate you. Thank you.